Hey guys, just thought I would pop on and do a live video. I'm gonna close this nursery door so I don't hear all the air conditioning and stuff. Just thought I would pop on and say hi, see who all's on here. I know it's during the week and people are probably working and stuff, but I just wanted to pop on and do a quick little live with baby Maui and just let you guys know if you don't see me around for the next week or so, I'm gonna try to keep up with videos. And we got a lot going on in our family. There's been unfortunately a death in my husband's family, so we're doing a celebration of life this Saturday and we're trying to plan all that. My husband and I are going to do some videos and slideshows for that, and we will also be doing like a brochure for the ceremony. So we're working on that today. He actually took off from work, so hey everyone, I'm hoping I can see the chat. Can you hear me? Oh, thank you. It's on my husband's side of the family. I wasn't super close with this person, but I basically have been around them for 30 years. So it's kind of been something that's been coming for 3 years. Like, we knew it was going to happen. So we've been really well prepared for that. And everything went really peacefully. But on a happy note, my husband and I have been working on the new nursery. Hi, Pamela. I'm trying to read your guys' comments. I don't have my contacts in, so I'm hoping I can see just fine. But yeah, we've been working on the new nursery, trying to get that done. It's almost, the painting is all done and the floors are almost in. So I will release videos of the whole nursery makeover next week. And I have a details video of this little silicone baby that I did coming out tomorrow. So be on the lookout. This baby's up for adoption on my website. This little squishy guy. He's not little at all. He's quite big and chunky. So I'm working in my happy place for right now while my husband runs some errands. Thank you guys so much. Hi, Cher. I'm kind of trying to stay in my happy place and stay kind of grounded by working in here today while he runs to another town to go gather some family photos. He went with his dad to do that. So, but it's nice and quiet in the house. So I was like, I should go live because I'm not sure when I'll be back on here. It's gonna be a busy weekend. We've got a lot going on in the next 7 days with family. So I'm just trying to hold and snuggle this sweet little baby. Hi, Cheryl. Thank you so much. I'm excited. I'm still trying to, keep grounded and keep going with things. And, life happens. It's part of life, Good. I just felt like being near my crew. So I thought I would do a little video and chit chat with you guys because you guys are my happy space, my happy people. So, and you guys are really supportive. So I thought it would be fun to come on and just do a little quick live with this sweet little snuggle boy. I've been painting other babies in here today, and I think I'm done for the day. I don't like to work in here if I'm not in a happy space. So I think I'm going to be done for today. I have a vet appointment later on today too. So on top of it, I have an injured pet. So we got to go take care of that today. We're going to take him to the emergency hospital. It's about an hour away because he's had an injury to his eye. He keeps having a problem with this one little left eye. And I've been to 2 other vets and spent over $600 with nothing, no help. So I finally called, it's the same emergency vet that I took Jake to. If you guys all remember my dog Jake, who had cancer, and we had surgery done there, and they were fantastic. They're just really expensive. I had to sell my vehicle to pay the vet bill there. That's how high it was. So I'm kind of scared and nervous to take him up there because I have a feeling they'll want to do surgery on him. And I'm just like, oh boy, that's going to cost a lot, but we have care credit. So whatever it takes, we'll put it on care credit, and I'll sell some babies and I'll pay it off later. It's just what we do here. Thank you. He's my scale baby. It's my bearded dragon. And I woke up this morning and his little eye isn't looking good. We've been doing like antibiotic drops and antibiotic shots. I've been giving him injections at home every 3 days. They trusted me, I guess, because I was a nurse. So I've been doing injections on my bearded dragon, trying to give him antibiotics, but his eye is like almost swollen shut. It's just the antibiotics seemed like they were working and then they stopped working. So we need to go a little further. I think we're gonna have to like surgically remove whatever's going on. Oh, Shelly, yeah, Jake passed away. This is becoming a bad video. Maybe I shouldn't have gone on. Yeah, poor little Jake. He passed. He was like almost 15 years old. I mean, he was an older dog, so yeah, he passed last year. But we have crazy Mandy now. So she's a little hyper puppy still. She's only a year old, so she's been a nice distraction over the last several months with her in our home. We've had her for a while now. So I hope everybody else is doing okay. You know, it's part of life. You know, we have our ups and our downs, and I'm a really resilient person, so you know, I go on my way back up again very quickly, so no worries. Thank you, Pamela. So sweet. I love you guys. You guys are the sweetest people I've ever met, and I really didn't expect that from making a YouTube channel. I originally did this channel when we were going through, you know, the 2020 pandemic. So this was like supposed to be meant to bring some happiness and joy and maybe just distraction mostly to people who were furloughed at home. So yeah, it's grown up into a lot bigger than what I thought. And I'm so happy to have you guys as friends. You guys are amazing. I love how positive it is here. I feel like this is my positive place, and you guys pick me up probably as much as I pick you guys up. I've always just tried to be that place where you guys can go, that happy space at the end of the day when you've had a hard day, because we all have them. Oh, thank you so much. I have a sports bra on here, and I'm gonna have to change it because it keeps poking through. It's making me crazy. But thank you. I got some flowers on today. I'm kind of tired because I was up literally all night with my husband talking. Like, he just needed to talk and get things out. He's pretty quiet when it comes to stuff like this, and so when he finally decided, you know, pillow talk, it was dark and we were just like saying goodnight, and he started kind of letting things out. So I pretty much stayed up all night kind of talking and consoling him. So if I look tired, that's why. I was like, I'm not doing my hair today. I'm taking a shower. I'm just going to throw my face on and pull my hair back. So no worries today. We're just going to take it nice and easy and just take it a little bit at a time. Sorry if a message isn't going through. If you've written a message, I have some messages that are being held for review. If there's some keywords mentioned, so I'll review that later and then post it on here for later. Hi, Angelia. Oh, I'm so sorry you're going through the same thing. Yeah, even if it's not in your own family, I think my hardest time is seeing people that I care about going through it because it's in their family and they were close to this person. So my husband kind of idolized this person growing up. So I think just the enormity of how large this person was in his life is really kind of hitting him. So I think it's hard to watch people you care about go through that. So that's the part that I'm kind of taking on, because I wasn't super close with this person, but I have family members that were. So it's just hard. It reminds you of, you know, every day is precious, you guys, every moment. That's a lot about what we were talking about last night, is you just gotta I know it's so cliche, but it's so true, you know, just like every moment that you live is so important. Just to be careful what you say and how you treat people and how you leave them. My grandmother used to say, leave every person you come across in your day better than when you met them that day. Like, you want to leave them in a happier, better space than when you came across them that day. And it's so true. So, you know, just be careful every day. Try to do your best as a person and just try to love people the best you can, and do your best just to be there for other people. You know, we're all human and you never know what people are going through. And like I said, I know that's so cliche, but it's so true. You don't know. And this family was very stoic. You would have never known that this person was battling adult leukemia for 3 years. This person, when they would show up and you would ask them how they were doing, they would be like, great, everything's fine. I'm fantastic. I feel wonderful. I feel great. And you would have never known. So follow your dreams, Reborn Nursery. How are you today? If I didn't call you out or give you a shout out, it's because I don't have my contacts in. My eyes are very irritated from the last few days. So I should probably put my glasses on. But thank you guys. I hope you all are having a great week. Like I said, before all this went down yesterday, we were working on the nursery, and I had a bit of a disaster in there. So stay tuned next week for that video. It hasn't been going as easy as planned. It's become quite a construction project. I know it shouldn't be, but my husband, he likes to go all out when I have a project. So he's like, well, while we're doing this, let's do this and that and the other. So that whole room over there is being completely overhauled. And then this room is next. So we're going to have like a double nursery makeover coming up. Thank you, Shelly. Thank you so much. But it's been really interesting over there. So that's going to be a really fun video. We've had some problems over there, but we're doing our best, and it's going to still be beautiful. And I can't wait to show you guys the completed nursery makeover. And then once I'm moved into that room over there, we'll kind of rehaul some of this over here. So what is everybody up to this weekend? Do you guys have any plans this weekend? You guys doing anything fun? Yeah, he's gung-ho. When we moved into this house, it was already 20 years old. So we had some things that we've been wanting to do for a long time. But when you're living here and you have a lot of people living here, it's difficult to get some of the construction done that you wanted to do, some of the repairs. So we're empty nesters now. That was what was going on at the beginning of the week. Our youngest moved out, and that was his room over there. So we are cleaning that mess up. Thank you so much. Yeah, Shelly, I'm excited to see the end result. I've been waiting for months and preparing, because my son said that he was going to be moving out soon, and it kind of got prolonged. It was like the date was getting pushed back further and further. And so I've just been kind of saving up. The only thing I have left to do is to purchase the cribs and mattresses that are going over there. We're going to have 2 cribs over there. And I'm waiting for this little guy to find his new family, and then I'll be able to purchase some furniture over there. So, oh, it's saying more comments held for review. So yeah, I think once he finds his new family, which I don't want to let him go because he's very snuggly. This little boy, he's got some junk in the trunk going on there. So he's super heavy and cuddly. He's like a very chunky baby. Working on a house that I've been working on to move in soon. Oh, congratulations. You got family in town. Oh, you haven't seen them since 2020? That's crazy. I guess, you know, with the big C going on, it's been really hard to see family members. I have family members I haven't seen probably since 2020. Um, my aunt and my cousins and their families, it's been a while. I think I need to take a trip out west and go visit everybody. But um, this little boy, I thought for sure he was going to be able to wear 0 to 3 months because he's such a chunker, this little silicone baby. And he does wear newborn size perfectly. I wasn't sure if he would. I've already washed this outfit and he fits in it perfect. So cute. I have the cutest outfit to change him into. It's about the same color too. He just looks really good in this color. I had a friend of mine who sent me in an outfit that was this color. It was a matching gown and hat and swaddle blanket that all matches. And it has little giraffes on it. Oh, the Emmy sculpt. Oh, so excited. I've been waiting for Pickles, the Pickles sculpt. She looks so chunky. And I've been dying to add a chunky, huge vinyl baby to my collection. So I'm excited to see her. And was Emmy a pre-order sculpt? I can't remember. Pickles was pre-order and I had to pay for it. And I've been waiting for what feels like months. And they said her release was supposed to be the first week of September, but I haven't heard anything from McPherson's yet. Hi, Jennifer. How are you? Oh, thank you so much. The silicone, the first silicone baby I did, I was like, I hate this. This is terrible. Because it was so thick and sticky. But I think now that I've gotten used to the mediums and played with the silicone mediums for a while. Hi, Timmy. I think it's getting easier and easier, and I'm starting to really love it. Sorry, I have alert set for stuff on YouTube, and it's notifying me that something I wanted to watch is on. But yeah, now that I'm getting used to the mediums, it's great. I'm gonna have to continue to do the partial silicone babies. So this baby has full silicone limbs and head, but has a cloth baby. Just like your Reborn dolls, your regular vinyl dolls, same thing, only the limbs and the head are all silicone. So it's easier to invest in these babies. They're not as expensive as the full body silicones. Full body silicone kits, you guys, have gotten so expensive. I've seen a few that I really want that are so adorable. And the kits alone are over $2,000 just for me to purchase the kits. So I think I'm going to have to invest in that this coming year, in the beginning of the year, like after Christmas. The holidays are coming up. So I'm not going to invest just yet. I'm going to continue to work on the little partial baby silicones that I have that are so sweet. These guys are so cute though. Oh my gosh, they're just so sweet. He's been so fun to hold. He feels just like a newborn baby. I'm going to invest in these for just a little bit longer. And then in the new year, after the holidays, when I recover, I'll invest in a couple of full body silicones. It's thousands of dollars. So that's super hard, you know, to get invested in. And you're so scared. Like, I feel like I'm ready now. I feel like I've got it down now. And I feel like I'm ready. But it's so scary because you can ruin a $2,000 kit like that. And it's no good. Like, if the silicone doesn't cure on it, it's ruined. Yeah, I love that. You don't have to bake it. Exactly. And there's not the kind of fumes that there are in here with the vinyl dolls. I'd like to eventually, like my other nursery is going to be for working on silicone babies. And in here, I'm going to keep working on the vinyls, but I'd love to do more silicones. Yeah, I think so too. I think the prices will fall eventually after it's not so new. Yeah, I think so too, Timmy. Doing the partial silicones is more affordable for people. And I think that's the thing too. I think I'm going to do a lot of partial silicones because I want to try to offer them at a lower price point on my store so more people can find them affordable. And I think starting with a partial silicone is good because it's not the same kind of investment. Like he's listed for $1,500, whereas a lot of the full body silicones are $5,000 and over, and that's crazy to invest $5,000 in a doll if you don't even know if you will like the silicone, because it's a little you have to be a lot more gentle. I mean, basically you have to treat the baby like a real baby for sure, because they're a little bit more fragile than the vinyl dolls. So it's a better investment to purchase, I think, a partial silicone just to see how it feels, because a lot of people, like for years, I would say at least 5 to 6 years of my collecting as a collector, I didn't even know what silicone felt like until I purchased my first silicone doll. And he had already had a few mommies before me, so I think I was his third mom actually. And so his price point was a little bit better for me, and I was able to feel what that felt like. But now that I'm a silicone artist, I'm realizing that all silicones feel different. All of these sculptors are making their own mix of silicone, and I'm realizing that they're all doing their different versions of soft blends. Like this guy feels softer and squishier than any of the full body silicones I've ever owned. So it's interesting. Oh, did they say it was going to be October? I thought it was the first week of September, Steph. Hi, Stephanie, by the way. I didn't say hi. I didn't catch you. I'm so excited for that baby. I really want Charlie super bad, and I really want Pickles. But sometimes when I receive a kit, I find out that it's very different than what it looks like on McPherson's. And sometimes I think, oh, I want that kit for my collection. And then I get the kit and maybe the limbs aren't quite what I wanted or what I love. I'm hoping Pickles will be a lot like Peach. Peach is one of my favorite babies because of her chunkiness. And so I'm really loving Peach. But I've been holding her this week. I'm not going to lie, I have been using my babies as therapy because I'm trying to like ground myself in everything that's happening in the last week. So I've been holding Peach a lot, and I've been snuggling this baby a lot because they're just so chunky and feel so realistic. Like this baby's got some squish and stuff to him. He's really heavy. So I can't wait to get his video out tomorrow for you guys so you can see all his details. I'll do a nice little changing with him, but he's so sweet. And I just want to say, if I didn't already have silicone babies, I think I would be keeping this one. I always say that about my babies, but I'm trying to show you his little hands. Look at this little open hand with these little fingers. Oh my gosh. So I think why I like this kit, this is the Maui kit, by the way. He has one open hand and he has one little fist. Let me find his little fist for you guys. Oh my gosh. So he's got this sweet little fist. It looks like he can like suck his thumb. Isn't that cute? But then I love the open hand, so you can pose him. I have some really sweet pictures of him. I just love that you can like pose his little hands. Ah, so cute. I love that with the fingers. It looks so realistic when you do that. It's so crazy. So I think this has to be one of my favorite silicone kits that I've done so far because of his chunkiness and his size. He has the sweetest little face. I think if I miss your comments, I will go back and I will answer your comments after the live, I promise. I'm going to go back over and review comments. So if I miss your comments, I'm so sorry. I was too busy chatting. Yeah, it is hard when family members are sick. And I think this is something that we've been battling for 3 years now. And I think it's just been over the last 2 weeks that it's really come down to there's no more options, there's no more hope. And he was starting to get really, really sick. So everybody's trying to chip in and do their part and try to relieve the primary family members that are taking care of them. it's very hard. And it's hard when the person is sick and they don't want everybody seeing them that way, because they were normally like a very like vivacious person and always doing things and so much energy, and this person just was very involved in their community and their church, and I don't think he wanted anybody to see him that way in that weakness. So it was hard to help too, because I don't think he wanted everybody involved. Like, and I think like he would go through different phases. They go through different phases where they want to see everybody and say goodbye, but then it's just too sad. So then we would get told like no more visitors for now, or only blood relatives can visit today, or he's not up for visitors today, or it was changing moment by moment over the last 2 weeks. So it was really hard to tell what to do in every moment. You'd want to help and you couldn't. Did I ever have an incident where a silicone baby has broke? No, thank goodness. None of my babies have torn. I think I was pretty well versed on the care of my silicones before I went forth and purchased one as a collector, before I was an artist. I've never torn one. I've never broken one, thank goodness, because it's almost impossible to repair something like that. Silicone is very fickle, but it's hard to repair vinyl dolls too. Like if an animal chews off a finger or a nose, I've seen that happen so many times where pets have come in the room and like chewed up on things. What is my favorite reborn toddler kit? Well, the closest to a toddler I have is Saskia, and she wears like 3 to 6 month size, I would say. So she's not exactly toddler. I'm not really into the super big toddlers, like over 12 months. So that's a hard one to say. I haven't had any baby in my collection. I think the largest baby I had was like Rylan, which is the Tobias sculpt. He's 6 month size. So I've had him, but I don't get into the big toddlers only because they don't fit in the ovens. It's usually if you get a big toddler, like we're talking over 23 inches, you usually have to have an artist that paints them with air dry, unless they're sticking them in their regular kitchen ovens, which you don't want to do because of the chemicals. You don't want to use your regular household oven. So I'm going to say Saskia is probably my favorite kit of all time, which I did not expect. I actually didn't like her kit for years. I was like, what does everybody see in this kit? And then I decided to paint her. I was just like, let me just see what all the fuss is all about. Maybe if I see her in person, it'll be different. And so I got her and I painted her and I just fell in love. And it was one of those kits that I wanted to keep. Hi, 11 My Way. She ended up being that kit that I wanted to keep, but I had to sell her. I needed the money. That's why I was painting her. Oh, love from Florida. Me too, me too. It's hot here, girl. Yeah, Maddie is a good size, like 6 to 9 months. The biggest baby I think I've painted is that really big, like 9-month Charlotte kit. Yes, thank you, Pam's World. I'm excited. With the Peter Rabbit theme, I was gonna do all Peter Rabbit, but I realized that everything on eBay is really kind of old and it's hard to find really cute Peter Rabbit stuff that's fairly new in condition. It doesn't have to be new. Like I've bought almost everything in used condition, but some things are in better condition than others. Hi from California. Where are you from? I was from San Diego. I grew up there like forever till I was in high school. Teen years anyway. Yeah, Charlotte I think is the biggest baby I've been able to fit in my oven so far. And she was a little grumpy butt. There was a little grumpy Charlotte. I think she's by Laura Lee Eagles. What is my dream kit? Oh yeah, that Ariana is beautiful. I think my dream kit right now is that Charlie kit. I'm so in love with Charlie and I love his sculpt so far. I finally got it in the mail and I plan on creating him before Christmas. He's coming into my collection. Oh, Fresno. A lot of people I know are from Fresno. I was just in Fresno passing through last November. I drove through Fresno. We were my husband had never been to California, so I was taking him to all the great places in Northern California. We went all the way down the West Coast, went back up north to Lake Tahoe and did a lot of hiking up in the snow up there. And then we came down the East Coast and saw like Yosemite National Forest, Sequoia. Hey everybody, if I'm missing your comments, I'm so sorry. It's going fast. They don't stay on the screen very long, so I'm so sorry if I missed your comments. But hi everybody who's just joining. Just getting consolation from my crew. I'm here to cheer up and try to get in a better mood, which I'm already smiling talking to you guys. So how long have I been a reborn artist and how long a silicone artist? So I started in this hobby about 8 years ago, and I became a reborn artist about 5 years ago. Northern California in the house. And silicone is new to me just this year. I just started working in silicone this year. This is my most recent baby. I think he's the 6th baby that I've done so far. I'll have to go back and count. But, and this little guy is up for adoption in my store. So if you're looking for a silicone, this is your guy. This is the Maui kit. So he's so sweet. He's so cuddly. I'm okay with letting this one go. I really don't want to, but I already have the twins. As you guys know, I kept the twins, Darren and Callie silicone for my collection. And right now they're in surgery with Auntie Kari getting hair. So stay tuned for that. I don't have the time right now to do their hair, and I really wanted them to have some blonde hair. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. So far, he's my favorite that I've painted, only because he's turned out, I think, absolutely perfect. I don't think there was a single thing I would change on him. I'm still figuring out how to darken them up a little bit. I did a lot more skin tones on him, and I'm slowly working my way up in their color. He tends to be more Irish like me. He is actually my exact color. Look at this. If you look at his hands, look at this, you guys. I was looking at his hands the other day, and I was like, your hands are the same exact color as mine. You should be my child. Look at his hand color. Okay, look at this baby's hand color, and then look at my hand color. We have the same hand. High five. So I do want to go darker in their skin tones, but his mottling came out perfect. His color, his blushing, all of his little veins are so nice. Every silicone baby I've ever had, you couldn't really see the veining. And with him, you can see his little veins. They're just nice and light. They're lighter than mine. Oh, that's a Mandy scratch there, by the way. I'm sorry. I showed you guys a yucky. But his little veins, like, they're lighter than my veins. So they came out perfect where you can just see them under the skin. Super hard to achieve with silicone. When I was at the doll show, there were people selling partial silicones like this guy. He's $1,500. But at the doll show, I went to my first doll show, and they were selling their babies for like $4,000 and over for partial silicones. And you could see the veins so dark on their legs. And I kind of took note of that. Like, be careful with the blue coloring on your silicone. Because I could just see really dark veins. It was like somebody took a blue marker and did their veining. And I just didn't super love that. So that was one thing that I learned from being able to see so much silicone work at the doll show, was to go super light on your veins. You see where you can see his veins? But it's not so dark. It looks like you drew it on with a marker. He's got like little veins on his forehead. You can see his bluing here, like the blue shading that he's supposed to have. It's so sweet. Look at how squishy he is. Oh, he's so squishy. I do need to sell this one because I already have, like I said, a couple of silicone twins that I kept in my nursery. But I I wouldn't mind holding him and enjoying him for a while. If I could keep this baby, I would, but lately I've been wanting to keep all the silicone squishy babies. And so I have to stop myself and just be like, you don't need another silicone baby. You need to make sure you're selling your work and not holding on to all of them. I don't need another baby. I have like 10 babies in my nursery. How many babies do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 Reborn dolls that I've created and currently 3 silicones in my collection, so I don't need any more. But if I didn't have a silicone baby, look at how he's holding on to me. If I didn't, he's so sweet. Oh my gosh, he's making me fall in love with him. Look at how he's just like grabbing onto my hand. I swear, it's crazy. If I didn't already have a silicone baby, I would be keeping this one. Yes. Okay. So Kitty Ann asked a good question, Ma'am. I'm planning on doing full body. Absolutely. I was explaining earlier though that the prices of full body silicones are going up higher and higher. And now they're just for me to purchase the blank kits of the full body silicones. It's over $2,000 just for me to purchase a blank full body silicone kit. That's a huge investment for me. So until I feel like people are ready, I mean, that's why you're seeing silicones that are so expensive, that are like full body silicones are like $4,000 and over now completed. Usually if you have one that's bald, you can find one for like $3,500 to $4,000. But if it has a full head of hair rooted, like beautiful rooted hair, that's going to take you up a notch to about $4,500 you're looking at for a brand new full body silicone baby this size. So I think I've been doing the partial silicones to practice on, and I think I'm there. I think I've made it. This one is just my favorite baby I've painted so far. I like him more than the 2 that I've kept in my collection, but I wanted to keep my earlier pieces of work, so I kept Darren, and I fell in love with that little Callie too. So I think before I go and invest in that kind of money, I haven't seen too many open-eyed partial silicones. I'll get to that question. But before I go invest in the full body, I think I'm going to wait till after the holidays when people actually, maybe I'll start working on it. I'll purchase one and start working on it so that by tax time, people can afford it. Hi, Andrew. I think it will be more affordable maybe in the spring for me to have a couple of full body babies available. So I'm going to wait till after the holidays. If I bought one now, that would kind of put me in the red for a while. And I think it would be really difficult around the holidays for people to purchase a full body silicone because those are worth thousands of dollars. So is that you, hun? Yeah. Okay. Hubby's home. Yeah, I'm actually live. He says hi, everyone. Silicone hair safe and glued or just sticking and loose? Okay, so silicone hair, when you have a silicone head, this is solid. It's not, okay, I'm gonna kind of freak you guys out if you're not used to it. So vinyl heads are hollow. So when you root them, you can go in here and you can glue the hair in. Silicone, it goes in tight because that silicone is very tight and it's rubbery, so it doesn't pull out, but you still have to be very gentle with it and very careful with it. Like I rooted his lashes and they're not going anywhere because that silicone is holding it in, but their head is solid. And in a full body silicone baby, you can't even take their head off. Like I can take his head off of his body because he's partial. Everybody says hi, hubby. I don't think he heard me. I don't know where he went, but thank you. So yeah, like you can't glue the hair into silicone. So you just have to be very careful with it. You don't want to be too harsh with it or pull on it because you'll pull it out. But this baby has some beautiful, luscious lashes. I actually stuck a bow on his head yesterday because I noticed that a lot of people are doing this kit as a girl. And I think for tomorrow's video, I'm going to kind of show you guys that he could go both ways. He could probably go as a boy or a girl. I just saw him as all boy. I loved his little face. But with his long, beautiful lashes, if I do a bow on his head, he can look very girly. So, but yeah, I think I'll have to just invest in one full body silicone for now and just see what it sells for. And then whatever profit I make off of that, I can maybe invest in 2 silicone babies. That's kind of how I did it with vinyl babies. Is when I first started creating vinyl babies, I did 1 or 2 of them and invested in those, and then I sold them, and any profit I made off of those 2, I would go back and buy 4 more kits, and then I would make those and sell them, and then any profit I made off of those 4 kits, I would buy 6 more kits. You know, I just kind of built my way up. So I think that's what I'm going to kind of have to do with the silicone babies. Yes, he's so little. He actually is a chunk. I thought he was going to be more, because he's such a chunky newborn. I thought he was going to be more 3-month size because he's super heavy, he's got super chunky legs. You guys will see him in tomorrow's video. He's so chunky. He's a big baby. He reminds me of my babies when they were born. They were like 8'8" and 9'1", and he's big like my babies when they were born. So, but he seems to fit in this newborn size really good. This was already washed and he fits in it perfect. He fits in this little hat perfectly. Yeah, he said all my vinyl babies sell so fast. They do. I usually work on 8 vinyl babies on my tables at a time, and I usually release like 3 or 4 at the same time because they're all kind of on that same table being done. They're usually about as far along as the others, and I released like 4 babies plus him a few days later. I just finished him. But they all went like, I think I listed them in the afternoon and they were all gone by morning. That's how fast they went in my store. I can't keep my store loaded. I can't keep up. I can't paint them fast enough. They sell faster than I can paint them, which is a good thing. And 90% of the people who buy my dolls now, I used to sell on Facebook a lot. And then I opened up an account on reborns.com, which I still have. And I used to sell on there a lot. And then I started my YouTube channel and noticed that most of the people buying from me was my cradle crew, which I love because I'd rather my babies go to you guys. And I do make sales here and there on reborns.com still, but most of my sales, I had to start a website, kitstokradlesnursery.com, because all of you guys were wanting to buy my babies and I want you guys to have first dibs on all of my dolls. So, because you guys follow me and we're all friends and one big happy family, right? All aunties, uncles, and cousins. So, yeah, like I would say 90% of my sales come from you guys. Look up wholesale Reborn silicone kits. I don't know about that. You get tricky with that. I'll look, but you get really tricky with copied work doing that. I don't know what that place is like. Did you have or seen or had a chance to see silicone drinking wet system? Okay, so with the silicone drinking wet systems, those are cool, like super cool. Like I would love that, but most people that I know that have had the drinking wet systems, even though they're just putting water in, that it can grow mold in your silicone. The tube that they have to go in and open the mouth and make a hole in the mouth and take like a wire and put a tube all the way down through the silicone without puncturing it, and hopefully it goes down into the right spot, if you know what I mean. But so that's scary. I'll never install one of those, but most people I know said that they leak. They can just start leaking at any time. Thank you. He's so Irish like me. I did him a lot softer than I did my other babies. I was experimenting with him, but I really like how he turned out. I love how his mottling and veining and coloring came out, I decided to go a little bit softer. When I do vinyl dolls, I tend to go a little crazy on their details. I'm so used to being so detailed on the vinyl babies. I'm pointing to all my, like, you can see all their mottling layers and their veins and stuff. Like, I'm so used to going so dark on them that I had to learn to go lighter on the silicone babies, because you can't do so many layers with them. You do a lot less layers on the silicone than you do on the vinyl, so you have to be easy. You're only doing like 10 layers of silicone on them, so you got to take it easy with them and not get too crazy. So that was a learning curve for me. But as far as the drink and wet systems go, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to catch all your comments. They grow mold. They leak, they grow mold, and a lot of people have to try to run bleach water through them, and I'm just not a fan of using bleach on my babies at all, or bleach water. And when you're trying to feed them, it leaks down them, and I just worry about the bleach getting on their clothes, on their paint. I don't do the drink and wet systems. It just seems kind of scary to me to install and to keep clean. I can't imagine investing like $5,500 in a full body silicone and having it ruined with mold and stuff. Armatures scare me too. I'll probably never install armatures. If you don't know what that is, they put a wire, they'll like make a hole in the baby's armpit and try to run a wire through their arms so that you can pose and bend their arms. But I've seen too many horror stories about the repair tearing under the arms when they go to lift the baby up. Like if you go to pick up your baby like this, that under their arms it tears, and then your baby's ruined. And then also that when they flex and move the arms and bend them, that a wire might come out. Just to see what they have. Yeah, Betty, I'll check it out. I'll check it out. I like to buy from the sculpting artist directly, so I know exactly what I'm getting. And I want to make sure that that sculpting artist, like Maisa said, I've been talking to like 5 different artists directly on social media. We've been messaging back and forth because there's a couple of sculpts that I'm really interested in. Oh my God, there's one called Susie. She's so flippin' cute. I've had my eye on Susie for a little while, but she's $2,000 just for the blank kit. So Bonnie Sieben is the sculptor. And so I've been talking directly to Bonnie Sieben because I don't want to get scammed either. I don't want to, like, I can be scammed as an artist too. I can send $2,000 to somebody for a full body silicone kit, which almost happened to me. There was somebody that was posing as Joanna Kazmerzak on Facebook and tried to sell me a full body silicone. She was posing as Joanna, and I could have lost $2,500 like that. I started to see some red flags and started to reach out to some fellow artists that I know. And I was like, is this Joanna's page? Like, is this like her legit page? Because this person is giving me red flags. And they were like, no, that's not her. That's a fake. That's a scammer. Let us give you, because there was a specific kit I wanted by her. Pascal was being offered in silicone, but as a female. And where the red flags were coming from is I have Pascal in my collection as vinyl, and I see him as a boy. Like, I see his sculpt totally as boy. And I was asking, like, do you have this silicone kit in the male version as well? And she said, no, but I can add that part to it. And I was like, is that possible? Like, that's where my red flag went up. And she was like, yeah, I can just sculpt that part, which it was so odd. And then I can just add that to it and pour a new mold for you. And I was like, no, that's not how this works. Like, this isn't for real. So artists can get scammed out of thousands of dollars too, just trying to buy our kits for us to make and create. So I caught on very quickly. Yeah, I will have full body silicone soon. But now I've been going to the doll shows, and I've been getting, when I went to the one in North Carolina, I met all the different sculpting artists that were there that sculpt and pour silicone too. Like Melissa said, pours her silicones for the sculpting artist, so I can go through her, or I'm in direct contact with her, and if there's a certain kit I want, she can put me in direct contact with some of those sculptors, so I can order whatever kit I want through them, and then they'll have her pour it. Like, they'll pay her portion, so that way when I'm buying, I know I don't get scammed, but also I know the sculpting artist is getting her portion of what she gets for that kit for doing it and creating it, and then she can pay the silicone pouring artist whatever. Now, there are some sculpting artists that pour their own molds. It can get complicated. It gets kind of crazy. But I gathered cards from all these people that I met at the doll show in North Carolina. And so now I have, like, for sure, I know that this is who I'm talking to, and I'm not going to get scammed. It's so sad how many scammers are out there. Yeah, how many people say, I get messages every day with people that say they're getting scammed. So I like to I like to buy directly from like McPherson's Arts and Crafts, but McPherson's has all partial kits. I love their partial chunky peaches kit. I've had my eye on her. She's not super expensive. She's affordable for me right now, so I might be doing her as a partial. And they only have 2 kits, which are my favorites. You all know I had the Johnny sculpt, the Johnny Asleep sculpt in my collection for a few months. She was my little baby Lily that I had. They only have her as a full body on McPherson's, and they also have the Johnny Awake, which is really cute, and I've never seen that baby before. And so I might be buying from them as well, because I know I'm getting the kit directly from them, and it's affordable. It's more like $1,500 even for the soft silicone, so it's a little bit more affordable for me. So I may buy from them first, but I might buy those 2 kits first from McPherson's. Who's going to the doll show in Orlando in December? I believe it's the first week of December. Hi, Inspired by Babies. How are you? I will be at the doll show in December, and I'm staying for like 2 or 3 days. I booked my hotel room for at least 2 days already, so I should be there for quite a while so that I can actually walk around at that doll show and meet everybody, because I planned the last one very last minute with Jill from My Heart is in Vermont, and I went last second. She was like, you gotta go. So my daughter, we had just moved her up nearby in North Carolina where that doll show is being held. She lives outside of Raleigh, so I wanted to see my daughter because it had been a couple months. She had just moved there. Oh, does my Maui remind me of your son? Is he not the most adorable thing? Yes, I love Jill. She's so sweet. So she and I plan on both attending and doing a meetup there with all of our crews together. We're probably going to do like go out to lunch or dinner on the weekend there if you're staying there for the whole weekend, because I think the doll show where they're actually opening up the floor to buy dolls is on Sunday and Monday, the first week in December. But the rest of the week, it's all classes and stuff. And she has an extra ticket to go to the, there's like a baby shower where you can buy tickets to go to a baby shower, and everybody brings gifts and they all come. And I love him so much. I'm so distracted by his face. I got to stop looking at him. So we're going to go to the baby shower together. You bring a gift and everybody does like a gift exchange for their babies. And I have to bring a baby with me too. So I've got to decide who's coming with me. And my husband's coming with me. And I think Jill is going with her husband and her kids because they live in Florida now. So we're all living in Florida now. And also Tori reached out for me from Tori's Reborn Babies, Tori's Reborns. She's going to meet me there, and I think she's coming there with her grandma. So we're all going to hang out together. So it'll be me, Tori, and Jill. So if you're coming, you can meet us all and hang out all weekend long with us. We'll just have a big group. We're all going to hang out. When I went to North Carolina, I could only go there and stay for a couple of hours. We literally flew in the night before for the show. our plane had a lot of delays. We didn't get in until like 2 in the morning. We went to the show at like 10 a.m. the next morning, and I stayed all the way until late that afternoon. And then my daughter came. She'd never been to a doll show before, so she was pretty impressed. She's not into collecting the dolls. She actually thought it was really weird for a while. You're gonna have to move to Florida. It's hot here. Don't move here. I want to move to North Carolina. That's where I want to go, is the mountains where it's nice and cool. But yeah, so I just stayed that Saturday for the show, and then we had to fly out Sunday morning. We had to go to the airport and fly back out. So I only got that one short, like 8 hours during that Saturday for the show in North Carolina. So I didn't have long there, and I missed a ton of people who were looking for me. Plus, there was an issue. I wasn't allowed to wear my Kits to Cradles shirts there because I was only going to be going there to be on the floor, and they considered it advertising, so my crew couldn't find me. It was a kind of a mess, but I understand it. I wasn't trying to advertise my dolls. I was just trying to make it where my crew could find me. So for the Yofi doll show on my channel, I will be announcing when Jill and I get closer to the time what days we're gonna do like meet and greets and meetups, and when we're all gonna, like, we should all plan like a big dinner or lunch somewhere so we can all like be together and have dinner and eat out and stuff. And Jill and I will both have rooms. So will Tori. She's staying the whole weekend too. So we'll all have by the way, Tori just moved here too, like last year. So Tori, Jill, and I all live in Florida, and they are super sweet, positive people. So if you're not subscribed to their channel, go subscribe to My Heart is in Jill. My Heart is in Jill. My Heart is in Jill. My Heart is in Vermont. It's Jill with My Heart is in Vermont. And Tori's Reborn Babies. She's so sweet too. They're all so sweet. Tori's been around longer than any of us. She's had her YouTube channel since she was a teenager. So, but yeah, they both have a lot in common too. They both have young kids in their family. They're both raising young children. I'm a little further ahead. I'm more like the big sister, and I just got all my kids out of the house, including, if you guys don't remember, we had young people staying with us that were kind of homeless. We've had some emergencies with younger people that we know. So our house was full for a while with lots of young people. And like, we're talking like age 18 to 20. Lots of young people were coming to stay with us in our home, and we were kind of housing them until they could figure things out and like get out on their own. So I've finally gotten a bunch of teenagers out of my house, and I'm so excited that we're empty nesters. So a lot of people get sad when they become empty nesters, but I'm excited. Like, yeah, I miss my kids and all, but I don't miss the chaos. I'm finally going to be at like a calmer place in my life. So who all's going to the Yofi doll show in December in Orlando? Anybody here attending that or thinking about attending? I'm going to have to find some cute Disney clothes for whatever baby I decide to take with me. I think I'm going to have to do like Mickey and Minnie themed clothes or something. Yeah, you just became one. It's a change. It's quiet here. And when we redid the room over there, let me just say, young guys are hard on your home. A lot of the repairs that we've had to do over there in that room are because they're messy, they're dirty, and they are destructive, like all the way up until their 20s. I can see why, like around here, a lot of times it's hard for them to find places to rent. None of the places around here want to rent to them. That's why it's been so hard to get them out of my house, because over here they want you to be like 55 and over in Florida to rent. And if you're young, you have to probably get some roommates, like a bunch of young guys together, to kind of like rent a house here. And nobody wants to rent to young people. They don't, because especially a group of young guys, they're going to tear that house up. They're going to be clogging up the toilets and blocking up the sinks and the plumbing. Like, we've been through it all. So I don't blame them. We got really lucky. One of his best friends and his mom had to move out of where they were staying, and their good friend of the family had a rental home. She's in her 80s and she can't afford to pay for the home and really needed some renters to come in and rent this house. And it's kind of like a duplex. It was broken up into 2 different apartments. So the mom is moving into one side of the house, her apartment, and the 2 guys, they're sharing the larger side, which has 2 bedrooms. It's a 2-bedroom apartment, basically. And they're sharing that, and they're splitting the rent. And it's kind of nice because I feel like I have another fellow mom that lives next door to make sure they don't get into any trouble, to make sure they don't tear things up and they're being responsible. Oh, hey. All right, you have a good day. Have fun assembling your baby. Congratulations on your new doll that you're creating. Thanks for coming by, and thank you guys for cheering me up a little bit and having some fun over here. I should have some music playing, but you can't monetize over here. Like on TikTok, you can play music in the background and listen to like 80s music and stuff, and you don't get dinged for it. You can do whatever you want kind of on TikTok, but on here, if you want to monetize, can't really play anything. I do have some music on YouTube that I've downloaded. I've just got to play with that a little bit, but it's music that you can play on here, basically. Oh, thank you so much, Inspired by Babies. It's okay if you don't comment. Sometimes we have time to watch, but don't have time to comment. And a lot of times for me, I'm watching YouTube as I'm painting. So, a lot of times I'll just let YouTube just keep popping up videos for me to watch, like recommended for me videos. I just let it keep playing in the background while I'm painting because I can't stop to take off my gloves to like mess around with my computer, or I'm wasting gloves. So I get it if you can't stop to comment. That's okay. I was just happy to have you here, and I'm glad that you're watching. Thank you guys for supporting me and watching all my videos and loving all my babies. Oh, you listen at work? I love doing that. I love just letting YouTube play. And if I'm working at the same table as my computer, I can kind of watch the video as I'm painting, but you get kind of like, it's kind of like when you paint, you get into this different world where like hours will pass by. It's kind of like reading a good book. You know how when you sit down to read, if you're a reader, you know what I'm talking about. Well, you're just going to start reading this book and suddenly 3 or 4 hours have passed by. It's kind of like how the internet is addicting. If you're scrolling through Instagram or Facebook and then you're like, oh crap, where did the last hour go? That's kind of how it is when I'm painting here in the nursery. So, but I'm going to go finish filming this little guy's details of video. I hope you guys liked him. And go check out his photos. He's on my website. I posted some photos to my community wall. So if you guys ever want to know what's going on my channel, if you haven't seen me, like if I'm taking a break for a week or so, I usually post just about everything on my community wall. So go check out my community wall if you're interested in adopting babies from me. I usually post them on there first because I want you guys to have first pick and be the first ones to be able to purchase versus on, like I'll post to Instagram and Facebook, and I list my babies on my nursery on reborns.com. He's so heavy, by the way. If you're wondering why I'm moving him around so much, it's because he's so stinking heavy. It's like holding a real baby. But I usually post to the community wall first and then give you guys first chance to purchase babies. I'm wanting some wispies here. My hair's dry now. So if you're looking for new babies, that's usually where I will post them first. So check out the community wall. Thank you so much. I'm so glad I was able to go live. We're going to do lives more often. I think that's kind of why I wanted to get that room set up so I can do some more lives on here. I don't do them very often, and when I do, it's usually like a last minute thing. Bye, Pam. Take care. Thanks for coming. Yeah, usually when I go live, it's like, oh, the house is quiet and I have a moment and I can do a little live with you guys. Usually it's a last minute thing. I think only my first live was ever planned. On Facebook, if you go in the description of this video or any of my videos, my link to my YouTube and all of my social media is always in the description of every video. It might be under Misty Terry. That's a hard one to explain. I had a Facebook page that was Kids to Cradles Nursery. It will still say Kids to Cradles Nursery under my nickname on there, but you might find me under Misty Terry. But the link is in the description. I had issues with people scamming and stealing all my photos from my Facebook nursery page. And I reported it so many times, like hundreds of times. I filled out all these reports for Facebook, and they kept telling me that they just didn't have enough people to assist with it and that they were short-staffed and they couldn't deal with it. So I just had to shut down the page because so many people were using my photos and saying that they had my dolls. They were even taking pictures of the like COAs and birth certificates with my names on it and claiming that they had my dolls and were telling people they were me and they were selling my dolls, or that they had my dolls to sell, and people were getting scammed. And I didn't want people to think that I was scamming them, that it was me that had this page, or that I was selling this person my dolls. I don't know. I just didn't want that. So I ended up using my personal page for my dolls, but I don't post as many photos on there. You'll notice that there will maybe be like 3 to 5 photos posted on there. I don't do the whole photo shoot on there. I will do them on my web page. Now, my web page, where you can go to my website to purchase, is kitstokradlesnursery.com. It's also in the description down below. And I do all of their photos on there, their whole description, their whole photo shoots. You can see all of their details on there. So if you want to see like 20 photos, you can go to my website to view all the photos. So are there any more questions before I go? I'm going to go eat lunch, and then I've got to take my Beardy to his appointment. It's over an hour away, so I'm going to head out and go there. But any more questions? We will be going live a lot more because now, like I said, I have all these kids out of my house, all these teenagers. So I will have some peace and quiet during the day, like when my husband's at work or on the weekends. Hi, Chelsea. How are you? Have a great weekend, Pamela. Thanks for coming. I think I'm going to try to go live on Saturdays or Sundays. Which do you guys think is the better day? I think a lot of people are really busy on Saturday, but a lot of people go to church and stuff and have family days on Sundays. So I'm not really sure, like maybe Friday nights or Saturday or Sunday. Which do you guys think is the best day to go live for everyone? Thank you, Angelia. You too. Take care. Thanks for coming by. We can do some fun things. Like I can plan some fun lives to do. I have so many ideas. And I think if I plan out my lives, like on the weekends, saying Friday nights, do you think Friday evenings are good? It's hard because I'm over here on the East Coast. So if I start doing a live at like 9 o'clock at night over here, it'll give people time after dinner to hop on the West Coast. So Friday nights, okay. You're off work Thursdays and Sunday. So that'd be the only days. Maybe I'll mix it up a little bit. Like maybe I'll do some lives like Friday nights, Saturday evenings, Sunday evenings. I'll try to mix it up, and I'll try to do them in the evenings when everybody is kind of like settling down for the night and doesn't have stuff to do. I think evenings is probably better than mornings. And I'm not a morning person, so we'll do that. But this nursery over here should be done. You'll start to see videos roll out next week on the whole new nursery thing. And then we're going to start working on this nursery. We're redoing the floors in here, installing new floors. And but you'll start seeing, I'll start going live once both of my nurseries are settled and I'm into a groove. We'll start doing lives. I want to try to do lives like once a week if I can. I'll put out regular videos during the week, and then on the weekends we can do lives. And if you guys have any ideas for lives or things that you want to see, or topics you want to discuss, you guys can shoot me a message at kitstokradlesnursery@gmail.com and let me know. Or let me know in the comments here too. I think it's hard to comment live, but I mean, I don't think you can go back and put a comment in, so just message me. All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming. I feel a lot better now. Thanks to my crew. Thanks for spending some time with me. And it's been nice to just spend a off the wall Thursday afternoon with you guys. So, yeah. Stay tuned for some crazy videos of the next nursery, and this little guy's details video will be out tomorrow. I do the cutest little video with him so you can see all his details if you're interested in him. We'll do that, and I'll try to do like a little topic of discussion, a little change in chat with him so we can all talk about stuff. And I will see you guys on the next live. You guys take care. I will see you guys later. Have a great week. Thank you so much. You too. I will see you guys on the next live. Take care, guys. Bye, crew.